everyone, and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode we are going to continue our quest back to the original spawn point, but also today is going to be a good episode. And why? Because we're going to have another discussion type episode, but instead of it being kind of a, I don't know, last episode seemed a little bit down, and we're going to have a really good episode today. We're going to talk about some of my Minecraft memories, because recently I surpassed 3 years of playing Minecraft, and we're coming up on pretty much, I think, maybe over 2 years of doing videos. That's coming up soon too, so we've got plenty to talk about, and what I would like to do is kind of spend a little bit of time talking about that. And I kind of think it makes sense as we're on the way back to where my Let's Play began, to talk a little bit about where my journey began, really. So we're going to do that today, and hopefully that should take us over the rest of the way to getting back to the original spawn point, and then next episode we will be able to have some fun around where the old fort is, and then maybe after that we'll go out into new terrain once again and starting to think about building a base in 1.8, as we've kind of spent a lot of time sort of exploring and messing around. It might be time to settle down after that. But before we think about any of that, let's just have some fun, and I'm gonna pick out this experience that was in the window there and pick it up. So let's see, we can leave this behind now. Do I have my boat? I do. So the compass is pointing to go that way again. It looks actually like land kind of continues on, so maybe we should just follow the coastline instead of getting in a boat. Boats are kind of a bit weird, I've noticed, in this release, so I don't want to use them unless I have to. For example, a large ocean, but if I can walk around it, then so be it. So, oh, to give you an idea, we're still quite a ways out yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there in decent time. So, this episode is kind of a little bit different to some of the other ones that I've recorded in the past. This is still pretty impromptu. In a sense that I've not got a pre-wrote script or anything like that, you know, like I usually do not have, but I do have a list of things that I can kind of talk about in this video, because if I don't, it's going to go on for a long time, and it's going to be hard to edit and so on and so forth. So I'm going to kind of summarize where possible, but we are going to spend a great deal of time as well talking about many different things, and I am actually really excited to talk about the things that I want to talk about. This is an episode that honestly I probably never thought I was going to do when I started out playing Minecraft. So when I started out playing Minecraft, I didn't even think I'd be producing any videos. So there you go. That just shows how far we've come. So I guess to start, for those of you who don't know, I started playing Minecraft in October 2011, and we are on November 1st today. It's Saturday, and we are in 2014, so that was over 3 years ago now, and wow, has the time flown by. It really has. In the blink of an eye it's gone, and here we are, you know, 3 years down the road. So I started playing Minecraft in beta 1.8. That was the official release. However, I didn't play too much of beta 1.8. I actually... Oh, this is a dungeon right here for sure. I think. Or is it just some zombies? It could just be some zombies. I want to investigate now. I don't know why my compass is there. Hello? Anybody in here, or is it just mob-filled cavern? Ow. And you? Just looks like a mob-filled cavern, no dungeon. Darn. Never mind. It's alright, I guess. So, I'm gonna need some cobblestone, oh gosh, to get out of here now. So I started playing Minecraft in the beta 1.9 pre-releases. They actually really appealed to me with the stuff that was going out. Now, I already was aware of Minecraft at this point. Let's not get mixed up here. I was already aware of the game by this point. I have been aware of the game for quite some time before that. I think I first... Oh, here's a jungle. I first heard about the game, I believe, back in beta 1.5, I believe. A friend told me about it. Back then I was at school, so a school friend told me about it then. And I kind of looked into it a little bit, but initially it just seemed like most people, I think a lot of stories are similar in this regard. It just seemed a little weird to me. It was this world with cubes and you just kind of built stuff, and I didn't really get it, and at the time I never really bothered to look into it any further. So I kind of just ignored it and went about my business, and at that time I wasn't really even into that much computer gaming either. I used a computer, but I was mainly into sort of software and graphical design and website design. I still am. That's not changed. It's just I play games now as well. Excuse me. So, by the way, just to clear that up, I think I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm having to keep on clearing out my throat, and you might hear a few sniffles along the way. I'm sorry about that. I apologize in advance if it keeps happening. So, to get back on topic, I played in the beta 1.9 pre-releases in the end, and I remember distinctly the game-changing stuff that came out in that release is what really sold it to me. Now, the beta 1.9 pre-release stuff actually came out in the official 1.0 update. Stuff like enchanting and potion brewing and breeding, it really sold it to me. You know, up to that point, it just looked like a game where you move blocks around, basically. If you boil it down to the simplest terminology you can. But with that stuff, it was like, oh, this is awesome. It's like some other games I had always enjoyed as a kid, where there was stuff to explore, because that was the first time I'd really saw stuff like mine shafts. I know they were beta 1.8, but still around that time, you know, there was stuff about mine shafts and strongholds and these different realms to explore, and it really, really appealed to me, and it really sold it to me, honestly. So I decided to go ahead and try it. I picked it up. Oh, hey. This has been a long time since I've seen one of these. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I thought, you know what, let's give this a go. Let's try it. You know, if I don't like it, oh well. It's not expensive, honestly. A lot of video games, like that you would go out to a store and buy, I remember there being tripwires in here. Yeah. Ow. Oh, there we go. And there's a chest there, I believe. Ooh. I don't really have room for that. Let me think here. What could I part ways with? I guess this extra cobble, maybe. I kind of want that book. That's a good book. So I'm going to take that. I don't really want anything else, though. Oh, yeah, and then there's this, isn't there? That I'm not going to try and figure out. Nothing worth it, anyway. So, I gave it a go, and I really, really enjoyed it. I played it religiously, honestly. It was the first video game for a long, long time that I'd actually wanted to find myself playing every hour of the day. Because I'd owned consoles as a kid, but I was never, with the exception of a few games, I was never enthralled enough to play it for, you know, hours and hours and hours on end. But this was one of a few games in my life that I've kind of come across that actually really did appeal to me in that way. Looks like we're going to have to do some more sailing here. Yeah. So, let's continue here. So, I started to play it. I really enjoyed it. The 1.9 pre-release has sold it to me. And then, around that time, as I started playing it, obviously I saw some videos on the website at the time. I saw Paul Saw's Junior's tutorials, and I also saw some tutorials which were provided by CoStar. So I watched those, and I mean, it just made it that much more awesome that people made videos of this game, because at that point I wasn't really into YouTube either. I didn't really know about these gameplay videos or things like that. I didn't know about any of that. So it really was quite amazing to watch that and see what people did there. Now at this point I still had not got the idea of making videos myself yet, but it was still awesome in a sense that I could actually watch these people play the game, and I did. I watched these people, and I still watch them today. Obviously content has since changed now, but I still watch those people to this day. So, having seen those, my style kind of evolved into... well, I guess it didn't evolve into what it is now. It kind of evolved into something close to now. But in the last year and a half, I've kind of separated away from some things and kind of developed my own personal style. So, I kind of changed from being somebody who just wanted to build stuff to somebody who loved survival mode. I loved it. It was really, really appealing to me. The kind of survive, got to collect resources type of thing. That really is what I am now. It's what I became. It's what I want to be, as far as I'm concerned. And how close are we here? We're getting pretty close now, it has to be said. Probably on the next Minecraft day, we will be thinking about passing over the chunk border. So, as I say, they were my kind of early influences, Pulsars and co. And honestly, I don't remember too much of my time playing the game. I don't have any worlds or anything like that I could go and look back on. I think at that point I mainly spent time messing around, testing things in creative mode, and I probably played a little bit of survival mode, but I don't remember playing anything for any sort of long period of time. So, at that time, I don't really have a record of anything. Now, shortly after that, obviously, a couple of updates started to come out. 1.0 came out, and subsequently 1.1, and then 1.2. During the 1.2 releases, that was my first experience with snapshots. And by the way, I don't think I've already mentioned this, I found the development of the game just awesome. The way that they had the snapshots and the pre-releases, that was another one of the things that's just sold it to me, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with these boats. They're kind of glitching a little bit. You see that? The stars just moved too. It's like the world's lagging. I'm not totally sure what's causing that. But anyway, let's carry on here. So, a short while after that, I'd messed around with my snapshots and things like that. I started to think about videos. And the opportunity that videos... do I want to go for that this time? I guess I do. I have to chop down some trees as well for some wood soon because I'm running low. So around that point I got the idea to do videos, and I was sort of heavily inspired at this point to do videos by Co, mainly. He's been the biggest influence on me and my content since I learned about Minecraft. I'm gonna throw down some light here and just set up something, I guess, to pass the night. This little island here. There we go. Ooh. Oh god! That was a near miss. Ooh. It's lava pool here, I'm not really much sure to do about that. I kinda don't want my bed to be out here in the open. I'll get back to the story here in a sec. Let's fill this in. There we go. That's something a little bit better, I guess. Oh. So, yeah, I am going to have to go collect some wood, because I'm not going to have enough wood to make a bed. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do that now. So, I started to think about producing videos, and the first idea I had got was to do videos on snapshots. I wasn't really too familiar of other people doing snapshot videos, so I kind of got the idea to do that, and that's where things began. And that was one of the earliest series. I did get some other ideas. Thinking back on it, there was some Let's Plays and tutorials and things, but they're no longer available, honestly, and I don't have them available anymore. I wish I had, but I don't. So I did a couple of those, but I was never really satisfied with the end result, and as a result of that, I kind of just promptly deleted them before anybody really had a chance to view them. That's weird. What's that all about? Very strange. Anyway, let's move on here. So that was kind of the first idea that's still available on my channel, though, which was the snapshots, and they're still there today. Not very good, obviously, as I mean, whose videos are when you start out? Let's be honest. So I started producing videos of the snapshots after trying those few different things, and then I think after that I did a few seeds videos too. At that time, just another thing that I thought was cool. I had seen some of those, and I thought I would try and take a crack at it myself. But after that, that's where my content for me really began to get going. I started out with custom maps. I did a lot of CTM maps back in the day, I guess, as they say. And I did a lot of Vex maps. I did some by some other authors, and things like that before. So that was kind of where I started in my humble beginnings, I guess. And that is one of the reasons I ended up getting involved with the CTM community for a while. But we'll kind of talk about that a little bit later in the video. So that's where I started out. And honestly, I probably did that for a great period of time. I did do some tutorials as well, to kind of complement that. This was before the days of MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft or Feed the Beast or anything like that. So I did some tutorials too, and that was sort of my first outlet. But if you go back and watch both Season 1 and Season 2, you get the distinct flavor. It's not a direct tutorial series. It is what I would call a tutorial / let's play hybrid, because I played the game in such a way that it was not just here's factual information. It was let's build something, or let's do something along the way. And that was probably somewhat inspired by Pulsars, to be honest. But that's kind of, in a way, I guess, the start of where the survival came in, because all that other stuff, you know, the seeds, I guess the custom maps was survival, but that was not vanilla. Well, it is vanilla, but it's not normal Minecraft. Basically, you would, you know, create a new world and play it. It was not that type of Minecraft. So I kind of got going with normal Minecraft in the tutorials, and they lasted for a long time. They lasted for, across both seasons, over 100 episodes. And I do still have that world. We may take a look at that again at some point or another. Not in this video, but maybe closer to the 1-year anniversary of the last episode of that, maybe, which would be in February, I believe. A lava pool on top of the hill. How about that? And more ocean again. Pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins. So I kind of started with the tutorials, really, and I did that for a while. That must have been probably a good year of just of that stuff, because my Let's Play didn't get going, should I say, until I believe April, May of 2013. So we're only coming up on, was it 2013 or was it 2014? No, it was 2013, because 2014 in May I was at the lab base. So yeah, 2013. That's close to 2 years. So I want the compass back on the bar. Where is it? There it is. So that's kind of just really, really old stuff. But honestly, my knowledge of it is not that great anymore, because I've not played for such a long time. But that's kind of where my roots began, I guess, is the best way of describing it. Oh, I didn't lose the boat this time. Awesome. So that's where it kind of began, and then we sort of got into what I would call the modern era, I guess. And this is where I had, you know, gone through and I'd watched all of Coast Quest, and I had kind of garnered a love for Let's Plays. and I started my own Let's Play. And by the way, I mean, honestly, if I'd have not seen Co's Quest, I probably wouldn't have a Let's Play right now, or certainly it would be very different to what it is now. Because at that point, I was more infused with, as I say, the other stuff and the tutorials mainly, over just having a humble little Let's Play. So, as far as the Let's Play is concerned, oh gosh, that's a difficult one. I mean, what do I talk about with that? I mean, I started it, and obviously I had been heavily inspired, and to kind of go back a little bit to when I started videos, having seen a lot of Co's videos at that point, he had a very big impact on my style. And if he ever watches this, I thank you for that, Co, because I'd seen a lot of videos that just didn't really appeal to me. As far as Minecraft was concerned, it just seemed a bit too hyped up. But I loved Co's laid-back, relaxed style. I fell in love with the 8-bit styled theme that really complemented the game well. I learned a lot of editing techniques through watching Co's videos, such as time lapses and montages and, you know, cutting out boring stuff and that kind of thing. The only thing that makes me a little bit sad is I didn't start watching from episode 1. It was kind of getting towards the end of the series by that point. But he had a very big influence on my style of recording, the kind of relaxed, enjoyable experience rather than over-edited and hyped-up type experience. And later on, through Co, I ended up finding other people. I found Etho, I found the Minecraft guys, I found a video as well, even though they're both part of Minecraft. I found a number of people through Co's videos and people he interacted with, and found that I enjoyed their content, and obviously took some inspiration from them. So I certainly owe Co a lot for the videos across the years. But by this point, if we kind of get back up to speed here, we are on Let's Play land, and this is where my channel, in my opinion, and my videos took off, when I started my Let's Play. Oh. Is this old? No, there's stone there. I saw the swamp, whoops, and I actually thought this could be the chunk border. How close are we? Wow, we are close. We are close. This might actually be the chunk border around here somewhere, because we're only 500 blocks out now. I haven't seen any alpha style, well, not alpha style, what am I talking about, 1.6 style generation yet, but maybe we'll see it soon. This is all new stones and stuff here. I don't know which angle we're going to be coming at from either. So I kind of, that's when my channel took off, and that's when I sort of began to experience a lot of things, and a lot of great things that have come since. And that has been Insomnia. It took me to the Insomnia Gaming Festival, where I've met many, many great people, including the Minecraft guys, and, you know, just people who enjoy the same games as me, people who enjoy the similar sort of stuff that I do, and you get to kind of immerse yourself in a culture, really, of people, and it really is an amazing experience to go to a convention like that. And I wouldn't have known about that had I have not been doing videos. I've been involved with many different communities. I've been involved with servers, some of which didn't work, some did. I achieved some goals by doing that, so it enabled me to get involved with some amazing people. We're kind of that way now, more this way, I guess. So it did that for me. It enabled me to meet people. Particularly, I've been able to share multiple conversations with Co on his subreddit and so on and so forth. And for me, it was kind of like meeting an inspiration. And most people, they have an inspiration, you know, maybe it's their favorite actor or favorite singer or sports hero, that kind of thing. For me, I was never into that, but I really found Co had a big influence on my videos and really on my life, because I could draw parity with a lot of situations he's been through, and kind of have similar experiences to him. So there was a lot there for me, and I obviously have been able to exchange a few conversations, and It's completely unreal sometimes when you get to share a conversation with the person that's inspired you so much. For example, you know, it's like, say, if your idol or inspiration was a lead singer who was top of the charts. There it is. Right over there. There's a chunk border. It's kind of like meeting and having a conversation with them, which is very, very unique, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm still part of his community, and I still consider myself, you know, very, very in touch with him and his content. So that's been a great journey. Also, another person that I have mentioned many, many times to you guys as well has been Mondo. I met Mondo through videos, and he has become my best friend. You know, we talk almost every day. We plan a lot of things together. We started a network together. You know, it's enabled me to find a friend where, after leaving school, I probably didn't have you know, as many friends as I did at school, and it enabled me to have a friend that I could really speak to and talk to. Ooh. So this is the chunk border, eh? We are back. I don't know how far we are now. We don't look too far. It is night time though. Let me just take a peek here at what's around. There's a tiger biome. It's kind of more that way. I think I'm actually gonna pass the night again here, but I'm gonna do something a bit different this time. Let's clear out a bit of a space here. There we go. And I want to make one of those magic mushrooms. The shroom shelters. It's a brown one, right? That's what you use for that. Have some bone meal. Here we go. Don't really have a good spot to build a house here, so I think this will be better. So it enabled me, as I say, to meet Mondo and have so many incredible adventures and stories in Minecraft to share with him. And I'm sure he would probably say the same thing. It's enabled me to play many, many different things within this game alone that I probably thought I would never play. Different game modes, PvP for example. Never thought I'd play any PvP. I didn't know about it at that time. I didn't really know it was a popular thing. It took me to being on servers. I had never really liked multiplayer before that, but it took me to being on servers, both public and private. You know, I was on Lividius Gaming for a while. I did the stuff with the Vanilla Go-Get guys and things like that. Obviously, things subsequently have not gone the way I would have liked, but still, it's part of my history. There's a witch down there. It's not really what I want to see. There's another one down there. Oh my. There's a lot of witches around. Can you just leave me alone for a sec, guys? Let's see. Want a workbench. Put that down. Collect this wood here. And make a bed. So it took me to do that. And it's obviously many, many highlights in different series and different amazing things that have come and gone since then. You know, really, it has changed my life for the better. It's enabled me to meet many, many of you guys who out there, you watch my content, you know, either daily or very, very regularly, you know, and it's enabled me to meet such awesome, amazing people, and it's changed my life. And it came at a time when things were not going so great for me, but now I feel that things have got better, and we've all shared this journey together, almost. I do recognize this as far as terrain goes. And as I say, it's led me to have a number of later influences as well. The Minecraft guys particularly have influenced me. a lot in my later videos, and you know, and Co as well, since he came back again. I'll keep mentioning him because of the impact he did have on my YouTube channel and really on my life, because of the similarities that we can, you know, that I could draw from the stuff he's talked about. And creeper down there. So that's kind of really some of my Minecraftian memories. I'm not sure how great that really was, but for me it really brought a smile to my face just thinking about some of those amazing journeys I've been on and the amazing journey we are on. And with that journey now concluding, as is another one, we are almost home. So here we go. I think the Fret Fort should just be a short walk ahead. I don't think it's too far now. What are we at now? We're basically at 0-0. Well, near enough. So I know that the original spawn point is not far from that. So let's see. Still not seeing anything recognizable yet. I mean, I recognize this terrain vaguely, but I don't recognize any sort of built structures or things of note. I think we've come in at an angle that I never really expected to. Wait, what's that over there? I think that might be it. I recognize that. I think just over this hill is home. Let's see.